Hello everybody, this is Leslie, and I'm sorry for my absence, but I'm having issues with my hands and my wrists and my arms. And so I really can't craft. I had done a lot of this prior to me having more issues than what I'm having now. So I was able to, on days that I felt okay, I tried to make some of the tags and stuff like that so I could finish this project. But again, I apologize, and I apologize to Dave that I did not get this out quicker, but he understands because of the fact of what I'm going through with my nerves and whatever. I'm hoping. I have an appointment with a neurologist on Monday. I've been to multiple doctors, and I have a couple other injuries that they've found when they've done MRIs, but they're thinking that it doesn't have anything to do with the issues that I'm having with my hands and my arms. So I'm hoping the neurologist on Monday will be able to help me and find out what's going on so I can get this taken care of. I don't like not being able to do the things that I like and enjoy doing. So with that, again, thank you all for sticking with me, and I truly, truly appreciate all of you being here for me, okay? So this is a design team project that I had said to Dave, once his digitals came out, I would love to be able to create something for him that I wanted to do something I've never done before. Now, I did use multiple packs of his digitals, so I know for a fact I did use Myriad, I used Melange, and Elementary are in here. I very well may have used all four, but I basically took bits and pieces from stuff. So here's the actual project that I created. And as you can see, it is quite chunky. It is not a normal journal. It is a flip journal. So it's an accordion style type of journal, as you will see once I open it. But what I wanted to do, I just put this on here so it can be just taken off and put off to the side. But when I saw this picture of Dave's best friend Brian, I was like, I have to put that on the front. I just thought that was so funny. And I use the buttons and stuff because I know that Brian has a background with sewing and makes bow ties and stuff like that. So that is my homage to Brian with using some of the buttons and stuff on here. So as you can see, I just layered up the pieces and I used some of his background paper. I have doilies, I have lace, I have some of the new pieces that I had purchased from Amazon. And I used both black lace and blue lace throughout the entire piece. So, and this is also from the Amazon purchase that I had made. This is the purple sheer organza material, and I thought that went well there with the colors that were in there. So I did use that. So we will turn it open. Okay, so in the first section, I have a little tag, and all the tags are have the craft paper on the background, so you would be able to write on them. But I took this piece out of one of his digitals and I just tore it, and I tried to make a scene out of it, and it looks like she had been dancing. So I have a song, I have the British flag, I have some music, and then I have a large teacup, and then I have Queen of the Evening. And then, like I said, I just put this tag in here. Then on this page, I have a rather large book that I'm enjoying using, and it has all of the old masters paintings, and I have been trying to cut them up when I see that it's one that I really want to use in a project. But it's by Francois Boucher. And then this lovely lady is Madame de Carmartin, and this is by painter Jean-Marc Nautier, and he was a French painter from 1685 to 1766. And these are all located in the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. Yeah, both of these are. So I wanted to include those, and again, of course, I put the craft paper on the back so that they would be able to be written upon if wanted. And then I just put all her dreams would come true. So I put a rose, and I had this postcard, and I put one of my vintage stamps, which is a Sagamore Hill, Oyster Bay, New York, and the home of Theodore Roosevelt. And this was an original stamp. This one, I just have coffee dyed paper, and I have a library card pocket. And basically what I did was I added some of Dave's paper to the front of the pocket. I added some paper down on the bottom. I did put a Tim Holtz sticker that says Discover, and then I did create this tag. So I have that in the back. Then I have the actual library card itself in the library card pocket. And then I just have this food to remember. And I put that right here in the front because I made that a pocket as well. So then I have a whole bunch of snippets that I created from Tim Holtz stuff, little pieces from Dave's collection, and I just have them scattered throughout the entire book. So now this was just inks that I used from Tim Holtz, the distress sprays and also the inks, and I basically just put it in a spray bottle and dyed my papers. So that's how I got the blue. And so you have all this writing space here. Then I have a little tuck spot up on the top that I made out of lace and some of Dave's digitals. And I put these cute 3 little tags up here. And then of course underneath you have all of this writing space. More coffee dyed paper, one of my little snippets that I kind of created. And then we have this page where I have his beautiful birds that I fell in love with. And I said, I have to make sure that they become a focal point somewhere on one of the pages. So I put them down here, and I just added the word storybook because for me, it just, I don't know, it was reminiscent of a storybook scene I would see in a storybook. Then I had taken this piece from his collection and backed it onto the cardstock, and then I just have it tucked up here on the top, and I have it where this can be tucked here, and then we have just a little space here. I just have this as the part where it could be tucked in. So that just nestles in there. Then we have this side. I think you could see this if I don't. Well, let me do like what most people do. Just don't want you to see my computer over here if you don't have to. Okay, I think that should be good. Now, I was going to add charms and stuff to this. I can't because of my hands. I had a very hard time getting the signature sewn in because never again will I complete all these pages and then try to sew in the signature when you have all this lace. It was very complicated, especially when you don't have the ability with your hands and your wrists to move the way you normally would. So it took me a long time So this is not my best work when it comes to sewing in signatures, so I do apologize for that. I made another large tag, and I had a whole bunch of wax seals that I had created. So I took one of the wax seals and made it the tab on the top. And I just put one of these flowers, and I have it on this paper. And then I took one of these pictures and put timeless. And again, this is another bird out of Dave's collection. And I just made a little tag. And then I stuck a little tag up there. Then again, we have blue dyed paper, one of my snippets. And then we have a card that was from Tim Holtz. I added a little bit of my snowflake lace, and I added this gentleman from Tim Holtz. And this is actually a little pocket where somebody would be able to put something in there. I do have, I could actually stick her right in there. And then you have all this journaling spot. Journaling, and then another snippet, but this one I have where you can actually put something there. So I just added in this, I guess you would call it a register type of receipt paper. And again, more journaling spot. This was just one of Dave's digitals, and I liked it so much that I just decided I wanted to leave it alone and add a couple of those little butterflies and add a flower onto it. I am going to see about adding one of my beads onto it. I wasn't able to do it, so I just left the flower that way for right now. So now we're going into the next part of it. So we're going to flip the whole thing over. And now we have the next section. So we have the next signature. So again, this is from Dave's Digital. So we have this beautiful lady with these beautiful blue flowers. And again, I have both black lace and blue lace. And then I have a tag in a little tuck that I created out of his paper. And this is also from Dave's paper. And then I just added this gentleman from Tim Holtz. Now, this paper is distressed and also has mica stains on it. And that's where you get the shimmer, which I think you can see on the paper. And I just really, really loved this color. But this is the type of paper I do when I use my distress stains and my micas. So then we just have a plain page, and I really loved this long, tall thing of daffodils. And I put this crown diamonds little Tim Holtz piece here. I just thought that they went well together. And then this is nothing that you can tuck or anything. This is just a focal piece that I wanted to put on this page. And of course, then you can write, and then there's a little to-do list there too. Again, a whole other piece of plain area where you can write. This is Dave's paper, and again, I just put a snippet, and up on top I have love and abundance. And then I have this piece where you can certainly, it's coffee dyed. I have a sticker of a little deer, and then I kind of layered this up, and it says just a memory. And this is from Dave's kit. And then I took one of my little pieces that I've had for quite a while and made a tag out of it, and I just tucked it up here on top. So again, I have a tag where I created out of Dave's paper, and this was in Dave's paper as well, so I cut that and made that into a little piece to tuck that you could write messages and notes and stuff on too. And then again, all Dave's paper. And then, like I said, I made an upper tuck and a lower tuck, and I put this. And then this is paper that I dyed with my distress inks. I have a video if you want to see how I do that. I will try and link it here for you. And again, I put the British flag. So we have this whole section, a little squirrel with an acorn. Oh, bear with me. So then I have a snippet and I have a piece of paper and some lace. And then what I did was I added in, this is one of Dave's relatives, according to what I remember him talking about when he was creating the kit. And then I added in these little tags into this little tuck spot area with some of his digital paper. And I thought this little boy looked really cute, and I just thought he fit there. And again, this was from Dave's kit. I originally had it where I had the Beefeater guy kind of in there, but it was so loose he kept falling out, so I said forget it. I just glued it down. And then so that's that. And then we'll go to the next page. And again, we have a tag, and I have a little flip up here, and then I have one of my snippets that I have a spot where you can actually place something. So that's why I have this tag kind of in here like this. And then what I did to this tag, this is all his paper, but what I did was I made a little tuck spot down here on the bottom with a vintage old stamp out of my collection, and I added these two small pieces, and this is a cigarette card, and this is from Will's Cigarettes, Flower Culture in Pots, and I just wanted to put that in there. I just thought that looked good there. So we have that there. Then we have another spot here where it is all open to journal. Then we have a flip out. Okay, and I have one of these cards here that I had, and it's Vocal Beauties from the Operas. And I have it with the blue paper, and then I just took some of the flowers and I took some stamping and I made it so that you had a little bit of an area of journaling. So here is another flip out, and this is some of his, I gotta move you over, his beautiful birds that he has in his collection. And I added this cute little girl. I just thought she was cute amongst the flowers because she's petite. So, and then I have the happiest moment up on top. And then I have this little boy standing here, and he's leaning up against one of the washi tape pieces that Dave has in his collection. And I just added some music notes, and I added some of my purple lace. And then this is just a flower on here. There's no tucks or anything like that. It's just there. And then I'll move you back over again. And again, this does not flip, but I do have it where it is a tuck where you can put a nice large tag. Okay, so I have this tag. I did not do any embellishing on it. I didn't think it needed it. The flowers were beautiful enough, and I just have friendship there. And I went with the colors with the flowers, and that's what I added on for the top part of the tag. Again, Dave's paper. I added on a butterfly, and I used some, let me see if I can find it, glossy accents, and I put that on the butterfly wings, and also I did scatter it around on some of the actual flowers, so I think you can see that it's shiny. Okay. And then over here, again, we have coffee dyed paper. I have another cigarette card that I put into one of my little snippets here. So I have that up on the top. And then we go to this page, and this again is one of Dave's papers. I added one of my snippets, and then you have writing space here. I added one of the cigarette cards. This one is Useful Birds of America. So I added him. I thought he looked cute up there, and I added this little piece. So we have both of those. Then again, we have more writing spot. And then this is just one of my snippets that I made. And again, I have a snippet up on the top. I have this little cute little girl with holding her teddy bear. And then I put with a gentle nature. And then I took a vintage from, I don't know what this was from, but I've had this for a long time. And I said, why am I not using these? So I decided that I was going to back it onto the blue paper. But it's just another place where you can journal, and I just thought it was different. And I added one of the flowers that I have from Tim Holtz. Now I have these Kodachrome type of pictures that are authentic, and it was basically a picture of somebody's house, and I have this vintage photograph of these two ladies, and it looks like they're barbecuing. And they have sticks of meat in their hands, and they're just having a good old time at a barbecue. And I have this vintage ticket from Rhinebeck, New York, and my husband and I both lived in New York, so we know where Rhinebeck is. And so this was a ticket for April 2nd, 8 p.m. and it was $17 for this ticket, and it was from 2004, and I'm not really sure what it was. It was Inherit the Wind, but I just liked the fact that I kind of put them together thinking that, you know, this could be a show that the two of them had gone to. So on the bottom I put Taken from the Past. Then again, I have a whole page of Dave's paper. I have where it's the bird and the butterfly, and it's just beautiful. So I just left it as is. So now we're gonna flip again, and we're at the back. So this is the back, and I have all of this beautiful lace, and I have some of Dave's paper. I made this big giant tag, again with one of my wax seals, and I put this giant bird, or hummingbird, because I thought the colors were beautiful, and I had fabric, and I just decided to back that so the purple would be even more bright from the bird. And I also used one of my waxes that had the purple. So now we're going into the back part of the accordion flip. So again, we have another big tag, all Dave's beautiful papers, made a tuck spot from his paper, made a little snippet, and we have that tag there. And then this is just a snippet of mine, and then it's just journaling spot. This, I think, if you have something, you can actually just put something up there. I didn't make anything for it. I just wanted to leave it alone. Then again, I have another snippet. This is just glued down. And then I used a beautiful goldish color. It's like a bronzy type of gold. And it's got wire and stuff in it too. So I just thought that was good to extend the page a little bit. Then I have this cute little woman, and I have that she's going to bingo. She's got her bingo cards, and she's got her ticket. So she's admit one into the bingo hall. So I thought that was cute. Again, we have the blue paper and a snippet. So we have journaling spot here. More journaling. This is one of my vintage stamps that I have. A snippet. And just a butterfly, and it says My Beautiful Butterfly. And then we have 3 tags. So we have a pocket here, And then I had created this pocket, and it's multiple spots, so you have 3 spots. I could have left this open, but I figured 3 was more than enough. But we have Dave's beautiful paper in the background. I did cut apart some of the paper and just wanted to edge it. I still wanted the coffee dyed areas to come through. I added a flower, and I put Dreams of Beauty. And of course, then, like I said, you have all of these tags. And then this was a picture of a flower that I had. It wasn't a cigarette card, but I used that as a tab. I just thought that kind of tied in the flower here. So then we have this beautiful paper from Dave, and I don't know, I just was inspired to put this gentleman holding the flag. And then this is a CD case that I embellished, and this is all Dave's paper, and I added some little pieces here, and I made this little flip, and we have little, oh, let me pull this down so you can see. We have little Priscilla, we have a little Priscilla duck, and I put her on the back, and I added a butterfly down on the bottom, and I put a clock over this, and I put a hidden treasure. And then when you open this, it has a fabric flip. And then I have, well, let me turn this around for you guys, just so you can see it. So we have the fabric flip, and I added some of my leaf ribbon that I have, and I put a butterfly. I put this button, and that's kind of to hold it down. And then underneath I have this beautiful this beautiful bird in this area of Dave's digitals. And I put Dawn's a Brighter Day. And then of course, when you can put something in here. I don't have anything in there, but you can certainly put something there. Let's turn it back around. All right, so, and then again, if you wanted to put a piece of paper here and journal, you certainly could. I just like the actual area itself. I just thought it looked beautiful, so I just left it be. So then we'll switch over to the next page. Now, because of the flap from the CD area, the CD case, you can actually put something here if you would like. So if you had a long tag, you would be able to nestle it there, and it would be able to fit in here. But I just have this one here, and I just have it nestled in here. So you have journaling spots here. And again, you have more journaling spot. I did just stamp there. Again, we have Dave's beautiful digital flowers that I absolutely love. And then one of my snippets up on top. And then we have the blue paper for journaling. And again, we have another tag that I created with a butterfly. And then we have another vintage stamp that I have. And then I have this little picture of a queen. I'm not sure which queen it is, but it is a queen. So I have made a little tuck spot here. So we have that. And then I have this here. And then I have some mushroom. I put a mushroom here. Again, another vintage postage stamp and journaling space. More journaling space, another vintage postal stamp. And then I have a tag here that I created, and it says Inspiration Discover, with all of Dave's papers. And this too is in Dave's papers, and I just put that onto some cardstock and made that into a little tag. And again, we have some of Dave's papers, and I added this Par Avion airmail envelope. Then we have this young lady who kind of reminds me of somebody who would work in a library. So I have this library card, which is vintage, and it's on operas. So I have on the top of her priority list, so I figured this book is top on her priority list to read. And then this was just something I had out of my collection. And again, I had taken one of the master's paintings, and this one is by John Auguste Dominique Ingres, and it's, of course, French. He was a French painter from 1780 to 1867. And this painting was done in 1845, and this is part of the Frick, F-R-I-C-K collection in New York. So I just thought she was very, very pretty, and I thought she went well there. So I did some stenciling, and I made this tuck spot with some of Dave's paper. I have just a little tuck up here, where if you wanted to tuck something up there, you certainly can. But I just have her down here, and I have this beautiful young lady. And again, we have more coffee dyed paper, and I have This Is Our Journey, so you can certainly do a lot of journaling and stuff here. This is a vintage stamp along with the part of the envelope, and this was from '85. Yeah, 1885, April 29th, Brooklyn, New York. And it has a 2-cent stamp on it. So I just wanted to stick that in here. And then again, on the back page, I just have one of Dave's birds from his collection. And now we're going to go into the next section. And this has the big giant tag in it, and I have his paper, and then I added a little fox. I have flowers, and I have a little bird sitting up at the top of the flowers, and I have to be cheerful and optimistic, and then I added this little area on the front so that can be journaled on. And also, again, it's all craft. And again, we have another tag with Dave's papers. And then here we have Dave's papers, and again, Dave's papers. This too was from Dave's papers. I had just cut it. I think this was from his like embellishments and stuff that you have that you could use and add them as extras. So I know that he does have different pieces of his kits that you can add on. So that is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of his add-ons. But I'll put all the links down below so you'll have everything that you can go and check out his work. And again, like I said, I'm very, very impressed by the work that he did, because I understand from trying to create a collection myself. I really wanted to try and do this myself. I don't know if I'm going to go forward with it, but doing digitals is not easy. So anybody who does actually do them, my hat off to you, because it is very, very time consuming. And it is a labor of love. So, all right. So then again, I have another piece that I cut out from Dave's kit and from his digital, and again I put paper on the back of this and cut this into a tag and added a butterfly, and I have remembrance of things to come. Then I have this little girl with some black lace, and I have this little flower, and she looks like she was a flower girl at a wedding. and added some ribbon that I had here. We have, this was coffee dyed, sprayed, and then I had a heart doily. And so you have part of the print from the heart doily here. Another one of my snippets and a vintage postal stamp. And then we have this cute little raccoon, and I named him Henry. Then we have this piece here, which is all from Dave's kit. I used his paper and made an area where I would be able to tuck stuff. So I put my snippet on the front. I did stencil the back. And so I have one of my tags that I created with Dave's Digitals with those beautiful flowers. So I have that here in the front. And that's why, of course, again, I have another flower. I have the rose. We have this beautiful vintage card that was from Valentine's Day. And it's a postcard. And it's Esther from Olga. I'm not sure how old it is, but it's vintage. So I have that there. And then up on top it says, preserve this keepsake. Because this is vintage, so. And then we have this cute little girl. And she's got her dress. And I just added some black lace around her. And then I have this little area where you can put a tag. I just put one of these pink paper doily types of things here. And also I have a bunch of these music when you would go to a diner here in America. I don't know if you have anything like this in Europe or any of those other areas, but when we would go into a diner, you don't really find this anymore, but they had these little music boxes that you would put a quarter and you would get like 5 songs. These are the pieces that would be on the inside, and you would scroll through and you would see all the different songs that were available for you to choose from. So this one is Going to a Go-Go, Beast of Burden by the Rolling Stones. I just think she looks like she's ready to go to a dance, so I just threw this in here. I thought it was cute. So then again, over here, we have another one of these. This one I kind of darkened up a little, but this is from one of my favorite groups from the 80s, and this is Mr. Mister, and it's Kyrie and Run to Her. And then I just glued on another one of these vintage stamps along with the markings of where it came from, where it was stamped. So this is 1885 West Troy. So to me, that's West Troy, New York. It was on December 8th. Now, this does not open, but you can certainly probably put something like this here. It would probably fall out, but I just liked it because I like the element of this. You could actually just, put a pin or something on here and hang something too. But you have some journaling spot there. You have journaling. These are just glued down. Then we have these 2 vintage pictures, and I have added them here. And to me, they look like a cute couple. Their fondness for each other, and I put a thing of roses here. And then I just have their cabinet card pictures in there. Then, again, we have some of the paper from Dave's kit. I put a snippet, and I made this little tag, and I added Live to Tell by Madonna. And I put artist. So I thought that was cute. Again, we have more paper that you can write on. I put this little Tim Holtz piece up on the top so that you have the shows that you know, it's easier for you to flip the page. Another one of my snippets, and you have journaling paper. And this is the back. So this, you have more journaling paper. We have a snippet. We have, again, the back page has nothing but Dave's digital paper here. And we are back to the beginning, and we are done. So as you can see, what this is it's got signatures in between the sections. Okay. So when you, I'm try and do this here, when you open it, see how it's an accordion, and everything is probably going to fall out. It's one big piece, and you just flip it in, and that I made from Amazon packing paper. So I took a long piece of packing paper and said, what can I do with this? And this is what I came up with. So Dave, I am sorry. It took me forever to get this done. I truly apologize. I'm hoping once I get better, I will be able to do a lot more stuff with your digitals in the future if you will allow me to. I truly love these kits that you've created. I am looking forward to hopefully one day down the road being able to work on another project for you. But again, I wanted to finally get this out. So I said, let me get this taped now so I can get this out. And at least then you can finally see what I actually created. Like I said, I had a lot of issues because of my hands. So in certain sections it is kind of sloppy, but I had to go in between this lace, as you can see, to do my signatures, and my needle kept getting stuck in the lace, and I'm like, I will never do that again. But so yeah, that's what I created. So thank you all for joining me. Again, like I said, I will post all of the information you need to do to get a hold of Dave's beautiful papers. I have a lot of paper here that I still have not even used or touched, and I am looking forward to working again with his papers and creating a regular journal, possibly just for myself. But thank you again all for joining me and taking the time to sit and watch this design team project that I created for Dave. It truly was a labor of love, and I just want to say thank you. This was something I was very, very excited to work on, and because of the issues with my hands, it just caused me a lot of pain to be able to really put this together. So not my best work, but considering what I was going through and what I'm still going through, I think I did a pretty damn good job. So thank you all, and I will see you all on my next video. Just be wary, I'm not sure when that will be. So again, I thank you for your support, and I will see you all very, very soon. And please check out Dave's website. I will put his Etsy shop down below, and please go over and show him some love. Go and grab some of these digitals, because I'm telling you, I have one I'm sitting right in front of me, and how could you not adore this paper, especially in springtime? This piece I couldn't use. It was so beautiful. I cut part of it out, but I don't know what I want to do with it. To me, it needs to be framed. It's just so gorgeous. I just have it sitting here in front of me. So when I'm doing any work on my desk here, you know, I just enjoy looking at it. So please go and show him some love and grab some of his digitals, and just tell him I sent you, okay? Everybody have a wonderful day, and take care, and know that I'm still here. Bye, everybody.